I finally watched Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Was it good? I'd say so. I'd say so. Um, Not as good as the first one. Still, that's still really hard to beat. Although, second one probably either this one or the second one was my favorite. I just love Idris Elba's Knuckles. He's so great. So anyway, let's talk about a few of the things here. Um, as a continuation from the last film, we still had Knuckles, Tails. We had Sonic. Um, as well as the two human characters, which I forgot to write down their names. We've also got Eggman and Gerald Robotnik, both played by Jim Carrey, and they do point that out in the movie. Like, it's almost like we're two characters in a film played by the same actor. Right on the nose with that one. Yeah, and as always, the basic humans are played by James Marsden. Yep, and Tika Sumpter. So something crazy about this film, um, there was multiple on-screen deaths, which is insane for what's basically a kids film. Unlike in the new Sonic Shadow video game, Shadow actually gets a gun in this. It's insane. It's cool actually. I really like it. There's a motorcycle, a bunch of references to different media, especially the song. Everyone knows the song. I don't know. I don't even have to bring it up. It's that notable. I'm actually really glad that they didn't pull the Sonic looks exactly like Shadow thing, like, oh, they're identical. But they did like put some tongue in cheek to that, where it was like, um, they look really similar. Like, why do you look like me? I'd say you look like me. Shadow, played by Keanu Reeves in this film. Oh my gosh, loved every second of him on screen. Pretty much, it was emotional. Had great lines, he looked great, and something they even did in the film was the inhibitor rings. I'm not going to get into spoilers, so we're just going to talk vaguely around things as I've been. As, of course, you can't do a Shadow story without Maria. Maria was in the film. She was played by Alia Brown. She did alright. Um, that's a kid actor. You can't always expect the world from them, you know. They had a post-credit scene, and there were two characters that everyone collectively celebrated when they saw on screen, I'm sure. The film itself, very emotional, very funny, and great references, as I said before. The film itself, very emotional, very funny. I teared up a little at times, and had a good laugh, especially with Jim Carrey playing his role there. There was a scene or two that was a little over the top, and even for a film about an alien who can run at the speed of sound 3 times over was a bit too much. I do want to say Jim Carrey's performance very reminiscent of his performance in The Mask, the first movie. I don't remember the second one that much. And of course, Agent Stone here. He actually played a decent part in this film. I know he's like always been like the henchman, but this one he actually felt a bit like a person. Overall, great film. I really think it hit the mark on it. I do want to talk a little bit about the plot, kind of around the plot, because there's some things where it was like, okay, you don't have to show it this way. Like, this will get into a little bit of spoilers. Someone has to release Shadow. In I think regular lore, it's Eggman, but Gerald Robotnik's in this movie. So he released him, but they don't really explain how he got out of prison, or if they did, maybe I wasn't paying that much attention. But I definitely don't think that was all that plot connected. There was also some, just Jim Carrey scenes that were a little too silly, and there was something that kind of came in handy later, which I liked. Um, as always, or as the hype would have assumed, we got to see the Super Sonic. Um, a little bit of a spoiler here, Super Shadow, but if they didn't pull Super Shadow, I would have been very disappointed, honestly. There was some great scenes with that. Shadow can teleport. He's got this thing called Chaos Energy, that lets him do that, so he doesn't need to hold an emerald. I was wondering how they were gonna pull that thread because the Master Emerald's the only emerald right now. They did do something really cool with that as well. Talk a little bit about the soundtrack. There's a song that I liked throughout the whole film, and I listened to everything. Like I make music. I love music. Um, I really think that the music did not hit the mark on some parts, and I really wish that they could have done a little bit better. They did. Okay, I just wanted to quickly add something. This is a little bit after the main part of the video. I'm just gonna slice this right in here. I was thinking about it at playing the game for the footage, um, and what the heck? I didn't even get to ramble how bad the music actually didn't fit the whole vibe of the movie. It was like a spy thriller adventure. Like of course the overture felt really nice. The orchestral piece during some of the more somber scenes, those are great, but the overall like regular music that they played throughout the film, I mean there was a couple good ones, but they didn't really fit the Sonic vibe. They didn't hit the mark. I just wanted to put that in there. Anyway, back to the rest of the video. I also feel like, at times this movie's trying to dip its toes a little too much into things. It was also a heist movie, as well as an action and all the other things going on in it, which I can't really get too into detail specifically about the tropes that it falls into, but there was a heist. A character that I was kind of hoping would show up did not show up. Spoiler, I guess. No Rouge or Omega in this movie, perhaps, if we get another one. Sonic 4. I hear that Jim Carrey will come back and do a Sonic 4, and look forward to that, hopefully. He gets to have fun with the character, and I think that's definitely shown on screen. A lot of these guys seem to have fun with their characters. If I didn't already shield Ben Schwartz, great actor, or voice actor, I guess in this case. He voices Sonic. I love his performance, always. And recently he did a thing with a charity that I thought was really sweet of him to do. I know a few of these guys do things like that too, and they're all busy and stuff, but I thought that was really cool. And he's a regular guest on what's the Game Grumps, I hear. So that's also pretty cool that he's like in the YouTube sphere a little. Idris Elba, can't praise him enough. Great performance from him as always. And Tails by Colleen. I'm not gonna try to pronounce her last name. I'm sorry, but she did good as always. I like Tails a bit in this. He was a lot more gadget focused, which I really liked. Having that as an option, and there was a lot of cool gadgets in this film, I will say. So it really did feel like a spy movie at times. Maybe that's kind of the genre they were leaning into, but I liked it. Overall, I'd say this movie was like a 6 or a 7, somewhere around there. It was a great film out of 10. I liked it. Definitely better than the Knuckles series, I'll tell you that. We're not gonna give that an official review, but that wasn't the best. Anyway, if you liked my videos, don't forget to subscribe. See ya!